வந்தாச்சாமா?
இல்ல சார் இன்னும் சார் பிரின்சிபல் சார் வந்துட்டாங்க.
ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடலாமா பிரின்சிபல் சார்?
Good morning, sir.
குட் மார்னிங் சார் பிரின்சிபல் சார் குட் மார்னிங்.
Good morning, sir. Principal sir, good morning. Thank you.
Principal sir, good morning.
Principal sir, good morning, sir. Kanagarat sir, good morning.
Now ask principal whether we can start. Principal sir. Principal sir. Principal sir, can we start?
Sir, Kanagarat sir, good morning, sir.
Come, வந்துட்டாங்களாமா?
இருக்காங்க சார் உள்ள.
Good morning. Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Can we?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Yes, sir. Please proceed.
Good morning. Can we?
Good.
Anu, you can
Yes,
start
sir.
now. Anu.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Yes, sir. I will start.
Rajadurai sir, can we start?
Yes, sir.
Right, Anu, start பண்ணுங்க.
Okay, right, sir. So, good morning, everyone. I welcome you all for a short-term course on capacity building in English and English language teaching for prospective teachers and practicing teachers, that is the alumni, organized by English Literary Association and Placement Cell of VOC College of Education. Asking the blessings of our God Almighty, we will start the session through prayer song. Prayer song.
இளம்பிறை அணிந்து மோனத்தை மகமன்னபிக்கு மறையருள் தந்தை பல மதத்தினர் உருவகத்தாலே உணர்ந்து உணராது பல வகையாக பரவியும் பரம்பொருள் ஒன்றே அதனிலும் ஒளியுறும் அறிவான் அதனிலை கண்டால் அல்லலை அகற்றினான் அதனுள் வாழ்த்தி அமல வாழ்வு இதோ.
We will start this short-term course on capacity building in English and English language teaching for prospective teachers and practicing teacher through the welcome address. I request Dr. S. Davashubha, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, VOC College of Education, to propose the welcome address. Ma'am, please.
So, yes, ma'am. Good morning and very, very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. We are very happy to have you all here. Among other things, one simple reason why we are happy is that we all are students of VOCC. Let me introduce myself. I am Dr. S. Davashubha, Assistant Professor in Mathematics, as well as alumna of VOCC. I am honored to have the opportunity to speak today. It is my pleasure on behalf of English Literary Association and Placement Cell, I am glad to welcome our principal, Dr. T. Kanagaraj, who is here to give the inaugural address. Welcome, sir. Next, I would like to welcome our Professor Dr. C. Tanavadi, Assistant Professor in History, who will deliver the keynote address. Welcome, ma'am. Next, the schedule of this short-term course is rich in content and subject. It is my pleasure to welcome the resource persons, Dr. S. Razul Mohideen, Associate Professor in English, VOC College of Education, and also the coordinator of this short-term him very well, and I'm honored and I'm very happy to welcome you, sir. Next, I'm happy to welcome Dr. Anthony Orokia Anufia Mel, who is a living idiom of women who happened to work at the right time, at right place, coupled with impressive background. Yes, she is the alumna and the student of Dr. Razul Mohideen. It was not therefore surprising for us that she is a resource person. I welcome you, ma'am. Next, I welcome our Professor Priya, who is also Assistant Professor in Education, VOC College of Education, who is a very affable and likable person who is easily establishes rapport with her co-workers as well as her students, and I think she will fit right in this course as resource person. Welcome, ma'am. Next, I welcome the coordinator of Placement Cell, also the program controller of this short-term course, Dr. G. Rajodarai, Assistant Professor in History, VOC College of Education. I welcome you, sir. I'm warmly welcome all other faculty members of VOCCE, and I'm delighted to welcome all the distinguished participants, the alumni of VOC College of Education, as well as our present students. I welcome all. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Once again, I welcome one and all. Thank you. Over to you, Anu, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your warm welcome. Now I request Dr. C. Dhanavadi, Assistant Professor of History, VOC College of Education, to give the keynote address. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, one and all. I am Dr. C. Dhanavadi, Assistant Professor of History from VOC College of Education. It's my great privilege to present the keynote address in this capacity building program. First of all, I would like to thank our Lord Almighty for being with us to conduct this program. Then, I would like to thank our President Thiru APCV Chokkalingam, Secretary Thiru APCV Shanmugam, and Principal Dr. T. Kanagaraj for giving us this opportunity to conduct this wonderful program. English. The English language is widely spoken in different parts of the globe. People who are not native English speakers can improve their English language and also help them in securing jobs. In the global world, most of the communication is done in English as the medium of teaching. As everyone knows that it is comprehensive or worldwide language where the present globe is forging other by connecting itself to others for carrying out their harmonious relationships. In English language teaching, especially when English is connected to classroom teaching, it plays a very significant role in engrossing the students' attention. To acquire good communication skill or to excel in communication skills, one has to acquire expertise in all the 4 skills. They are listening, verbal communication, interpretation, and encryption skills. Before a student acquires with all these skills, he or she has to develop interest towards the subject or language. In this regard, the teacher plays a very prominent role in attracting the students' attention by creating interest among the students. A teacher should play various roles such as learner, facilitator, assessor, manager, and evaluator. Before teaching the student, a teacher has to first place himself or herself as a learner and think from the learner's perspective. In doing so, students can be captured with interest. In the classroom, roles can be discussed with learners as a part of student preparation along with the other characteristics of curriculum. Learners can imagine about what roles they wish for their teacher, how this inclination fits in with other aspects of their learning method, and why the teacher chooses every role. As said above, realizing the importance of teaching English not only needed for English teachers, it is meant for all teachers in the present situation. English Literary Association and Placement Cell, VOC College of Education, Thuthukudi, has planned for this a short-term course on capacity building in English and English language teaching for prospective teachers and practicing teachers, alumni. In this program, prospective teachers and practicing teachers are going to updated on pedagogical skills, delivery mechanism, and other professional qualities. Our program is mainly focused on improving knowledge and understanding of English language, to develop reading, writing, speaking, and listening skills, to develop ability to use English in the classroom and other professional contexts, to become more fluent and confident in use of English. There is a quote, the English language is nobody's special property. It is the property of imagination. It is the property of the language itself. There is also another quote, the English language is a work in progress. Have fun with it. As said in the quote, learn English is about English and teaching English in this capacity building program with fun in the following days. Every year, our students got highest job. Our college always gives importance and consider the importance of our alumni. This program is an example. We are sure that after this 10-day course, every individual will gain the confidence in English language teaching. Thank you very much to all and all.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing the essence of this course. I now request Dr. T. Kanagraj, principal of our college, to give the inaugural address. Sir, please.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. A very good morning to one and all gathered here through this online platform. Faculty members, the respected resource persons, former students of VOCCE and present students of VOCCE. Warm greetings from VOC College of Education. And it is my great pleasure to inaugurate this nearly 10 days short-term course, 10 days short-term course on capacity development, capacity building in English and English language teaching from 24th August 2020 to 3rd September 2020, jointly organized by English Literary Association and the Placement Cell of VO Chidambaram College of Education. Dr. Dhanavadi has clearly pointed out the significance of this capacity development program, why it is needed, what is the significance of organizing or conducting this essential program, especially for teachers who are the nation builders. First of all, I congratulate On behalf of the management and my own, the coordinator, Dr. Rasul Mahaidan, and the rest of organizers for arranging such a wonderful short-term course for the benefit of the teachers. Especially for the prospective teachers of our college and practicing teachers of our college. In olden days, teachers were born. But nowadays, teachers are made. Teachers are made through several programs, not only inside the four walls, but also through various gadgets. And in this digital age, it is viable. And so that today we have organized this wonderful short-term program for enlightening the prospective teachers and practicing teachers. And here I would like to point out the famous quotation: "The destiny of nation is being shaped inside the classroom. The teacher is the destiny makers. He can build the students. The nation is actually built by its citizens. The citizens are molded by its teachers." Exactly, of course. The teachers are made by teacher educators like our faculty members. Our faculty members have proved themselves in various occasions, in various platforms, with their dedicated commitment and team spirit. On behalf of the management, I congratulate once again the organizers for organizing this wonderful capacity building program. As Dr. Dhanavadi said, today English has become a global language. English has become a global language, and it is a symbol of people's aspirations. For what? For quality in education. For quality in education. And a fullest participation in the national and international life. And it is the need of the hour. It is the order of the day. Each one must learn English. It is inevitable. As far as our college is concerned, the V.O. Chidambaram College of Education has been organizing several programs, to enlighten our training teachers, such as bridge course on communicative skills, debates, role play, drama, and various other training programs for English teaching, English language proficiency, and English teaching competency of our prospective teachers. And so far, so that our products are shining, spreading all over the world as a teachers, not only in metropolitan cities, but also in the remotest villages of India, where everyone wants to learn English. They are spreading English. Those who are needy, I congratulate all the products of the VOCC. And healthy apple tree gives a nutritious fruits, of course. And healthy apple tree gives both a fruitful or nutritious fruits. An excellent teachers makes a talented students. What doubt in it? We, the Department of English, comprised of excellent teachers, Dr. Rasul Mohaidan, Dr. Anthony Anofia Mel, Mrs. Priya, who have been producing a lot of trainers, teachers every year. And these nation builders are shining not only at tiny village schools, but also in leading private schools. Thanks to Department of English, in this juncture, I would like to bring to your kind notice that our placement cell is actively functioning and conducting various campus interviews every year. Almost a majority of the prospective teachers are appointed at various institutions at school level and colleges of education. VOC College of Education is accomplished n number of achievements, and it is playing vital role in building the nation, not only by words, but also the actions and reactions. In continuation of these achievements, today, VOC College of Education organizes a well-planned short-term course for the enlightenment of its prospective teachers and practicing teachers, the most valuable alumnus of our prestigious institution. Before I conclude, I remind once again, teachers are not born. Teachers are not born. Teachers are made through organizing, providing a training of such an excellent capacity building. Thank you one and all. Thank you once again, all of you. Jai Hind. Over to Anufia, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir, for pointing out the vital role of English language and English teachers in this scenario. Thank you so much for your words of encouragement and motivation. Thank you so much, sir. Now there's some instruction from our side. So participants, please listen to us. This is a 10 days course and the date is from 24/8/2020 to 3/9/2020, which starts from today, except 30/8/2020, which is a Sunday. And the timing of this program will be from 10:30 to 12:45 p.m. 12:45 p.m. Right after each session, there will be a questioning session for the participants to clear their doubts. They can ask their clarification to the resource person regarding the topic that is taken on that day. At the end of this course, there will be a exam for every participant. So it will be an objective type questions will be asked to the participants, 5 questions from each topic, and it will be an open book exam which will be held on 4th of the September after the course is completion. So it is an open book exam, so there is no need to worry, but you have to listen to the topic for each day because questions will be asked from the topic which is handled by the resource person. An e-certificate will be given to all the participants who are participating for the all 10 days and attending their examination. So for the present B.Ed students, attendance is compulsory for all the students who are doing their second year B.Ed here. A link will be provided for you and attendance is mandatory. You have to attend the program. For the other participants who are participating from outside, a separate link will be provided. So when you are giving your attendance, be careful. There will be 2 attendance for the present students. For the outside, it will be mentioned. So this is from our side. If any clarification, you can ask us regarding this program. Thank you so much for everyone. Now the session is handed over to Dr. S. Rasul Mohideen, Associate Professor of English, VOC College of Education. Sir.
Okay, thank you. Hello, can I start? Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Is my screen visible to you?
1 second. I can see you, sir.
You can see me. Is the screen visible to you?
I can't see your screen.
No, sir, you didn't share your screen.
No, sir.
Right.
Now it's okay.
Is it visible now?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Can I start?
Yes, sir. I request the participants to pin Rasul Mohideen presentation. Okay, right? Participant pin Rasul Mohideen presentation where you can see the resource person's PowerPoint presentation. Thank you so much, sir. You can carry on, sir.
Thank you very much. Good அனைவருக்கும் இனிய காலை வணக்கங்கள். Most respected principal and my dear colleagues and my beloved alumni of our institutions and my beloved students. Very good afternoon to you all. Good morning. Okay. But in the fact, before I enter into the program, I would like to share some points how this program has been conceived. In fact, the feedback it has been felt that students, you are all the teachers, and some of you are the teachers, some of you are the would-be teachers. Next year, when you go to your school, you may be asked. I think all of you will not go to government school. You may go to private school, matriculation schools. There, you will be asked to do 2 different things. Number 1. Irrespective of your subject, you may be asked to take English class. Number 2, you have to take your own subject through English language. These are the 2 different things that you may have to face in the next year. It is the message that we received from our alumni's feedback. So one more thing, feedback we received from the head of the institutions of our cooperative school, where you will go for your intensive teaching practice. Head of the institution there expressed that they want the teachers, students, trained in method of teaching English. That is the second thing. So, sensitizing all these needs, we conceive this program. And this program, with the help of our principal, and we feel that our students have to be trained in the method of teaching English. Previously, apart from our own subject pedagogy, everybody previously they had to study one more pedagogy. That pedagogy might be either pedagogy of English or pedagogy of Tamil. Even our college students, you can take for example our Davasuba, she studied pedagogy of English, and our what is called even our Rajadhuri sir, our Kanaraj sir, our Prema madam, and everybody studied another pedagogy apart from their own pedagogy. Okay, but nowadays that thing is stopped. But autonomous colleges, they have followed the previous method. The students, the teachers coming from autonomous colleges of education were trained in the method of teaching their own subject as well as in the method of teaching English language. But whereas our students, when they go out from our institution, they are trained only in their own pedagogy. But why shouldn't our students should also get that benefit? Is it our students, the children of stepmother? So our students also should be benefited. Our students should also be trained in the method of teaching English program. That is why we conceived, and we along with the Department of English in the name of English Literary Association, with the Department of Placement, with the placement cell, we conceived this program. Our brainchild of this program is now conducting the course, the 10 days course. It is how the program has been conceived. So with this background, we will enter into our topic, my topic. It is inevitable English. You can even in our, what is called, keynote address, Dr. Dhanavadi, and in the inaugural address, our principal, both of them have mentioned the importance of English, how English is inevitable in our countries, how it has gained this much momentum in the days to come. All these things they have discussed so far briefly. I am going to highlight all these areas a little more elaborately. Let us start our discussion. If you have any doubt, you can give your doubt in the chat. Am I audible? Can you follow me?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible, friend?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Now,
Yes, sir, you can carry on, sir.
Okay, right. Inevitable English. That is the topic on which I am going to talk. So this topic, and you may already know, so we already know this fact, that this is the topic will be discussed by me, but the inevitable English, that feeling is felt by everybody attending the program. Everybody under the sun is having this feeling. English is a common language, as already our principal said. It has been said that nobody under the sun can claim the propriety over English. It is the language, okay, but everybody contributed English. So with this, we will go to enter into the topic, inevitable English. To begin with, what is inevitable? Okay, to begin with, what is inevitable? The word inevitable, it's an adjective. It means impossible to avoid or impossible to prevent. Definitely it happened. It's unavoidable. Inevitable means unavoidable, inescapable, ineluctable, that we cannot avoid. Whether you like it or not, we have to accept it. That is inevitable. In Tamil, we can call it Tavirka Mudiyada. In Tamil, we can call it Tavirka Mudiyada. Some examples has been given. War now seems almost inevitable. So taking online classes inevitable in the period of COVID crisis. So this is how inevitable means unavoidable. So with this we will go to the other things. So inevitable English means what? Unavoidable English. Here some of you may like English, some of you may not like English. You may want to continue in English, you may not. Even I myself didn't like English. Even I myself didn't like all those things in those days. But the situation has made me accept English. Similarly, our situation, the lively skills, it has become the part and the parcel of our life. We'll discuss in the hereafter. So unavoidable English, whether you like it or not, we cannot avoid. We have to live with it. How people said, கொரோனாவோடு வாழ பழகுவோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்ன மாதிரி நம்ம இங்கிலீஷை வளர்த்து கொண்டு வாழ பழகுனாதான் we cannot வாழ, we can survive. Otherwise, we cannot survive. So with this, we go to other area. English in India, but English, of course, you may know that. I don't know. Some of you may know, and some of you might already know that English, as we people proud of speaking in English nowadays. English people in those days, before 14th century, they felt proud of speaking in Greek and Latin language, because English is now the language of the civilized people. English now the language of the elite people. English now is the language of the what is called educated people. But English in those days, it was the language of barbarian, uncivilized people up to 14th century. Then only English slowly Englishmen started invading various countries. Wherever they go, they started spreading their English language also, and it has become inevitable nowadays. But how did the English come to India? When did the English come to India? I am not going to discuss this matter in detail. There are so many statistics, but I am not going to give all those statistics. Just I want to point out a few important points. Number one, Vasco da Gama. His discovery of sea route to India in the year 1498. That he only first paved the way for English. That only first paved the way for English. So English entered into our country along with Vasco da Gama. Then so many missionary people, they came to India to spread their religion. Missionary people, along with their religion, they also spread English language also. They also spread English language also, and they also contributed for the development of our language also. All these things you know that G.U. Pope's translation of Tirukkural into English. G.U. Pope said that among the Saiva community, both Devaram and Thiruvasaram are having bone melted songs. So when missionary people came to India, missionary people only after the Vasco da Gama started spreading English. They started speaking English here and there. And then East India Company was established in the year 1600. When this was established in 1600, you know, so many military officers, so many educationists, so many traders came from England to India. When they came from England to India, they started teaching, they started spreading English to our country. They appointed some people as their servant. They started speaking in English with their servant. The servant coming from their masters, they started spreading English to other people. How English was spread slowly. So it is interestingly said English came with business people, military people, etc. English came with those traders, those commerce people, and those things. Okay, but the thing is, when our Indians, they worked, they did the errand work under the Englishmen. When they came out from their Englishman's bungalow, mansion, etc., they started speaking English. They were appointed as butler. Butler means the cookman, etc. They started speaking English. Those English is ungrammatical, broken English. Those English nowadays, even nowadays, you may come across the words like butler English nowadays. That butler English, Sacha English. They came from, but how they responded, people used to say. In fact, you know, there is one butler. The butler was working in the Englishman. The butler's duty is prepare the tea. One day, the tea was drunk by milk. The owner, the Englishman asked the butler to prepare the tea. The butler expressed his inability, but he expressed his inability. He couldn't express his inability through the language, English language. Somehow or other, he managed it. So the owner asked the tea. Butler said no. Owner asked why. Immediately, butler said, "Sir, 4 tails are 1 Four legs are, one tails are, meows are, comes are, milks are, drinks are, vents are, no teas are. It is what the cat has come and the cat has drunk the milk and the cat has. So there is no possibility for preparing tea. It is how he expressed, sir, four legs are, one tails are, meows are, comes are, milks are, drinks are, vents are, no teas are. It is how butler English. This type of butler English was introduced first. Then some educated people came. When educated people started spreading English nowadays. The English instruction started, in fact, officially it started from 1830s. At 1813, there is the Charter Act. 1835, Lord Macaulay's Minute has come into existence. After these things, the Indians started speaking English better than the Englishmen. English started out Srinivasa Sastry and the great people started correcting Englishman's English. They have Queen's English. They have the English better than the Englishman. There is one man, Trevelyan Macaulay, the brother-in-law of Lord Macaulay, said that Indians spoke better English than Englishmen. That type of English. It is how English came into India. English in India. So first from Vasco da Gama, the English came into India. After that, slowly, you may know that there were so many problems. Englishmen came to India, they looted our money, they enslaved our people, and they, what is called, they took all our grains and they took all our eatables to their country, and there was a freedom struggle and so many sacrifices, and finally we got independence. All these things you know it very well. But so what's the position of English language at the time of independence? When India got independence, there were two different questions started. One question, two views people were having. One view, whether we retain English or we have to exile English. One question for retention of English, another question for extinction of English. People who supported for retention of English people who supported for extinction of English said that English is reminder of our slavery. So English language has to be sent, has to be exiled along with the Englishmen. It is the people who supported for extinction. But the stand of the people who supported for retention of the language said that we should not approach this sentimentally. We have to approach it reasonably. It is English language. It is English language which only unite our people. So it has been said, you may know that, you may already know the difference between English and English. English and the English. That is English with the definite article, the English. What is the difference between the English and the English? The English refers to the people who speak that language, but the English refers to language itself. But the people said it is the English, it is Englishmen who enslaved us, but it is English language which liberated us. India, you all know the cultural setups, the diversified culture of India, but the English people could be united against, Indian people could be united against the English people through the language of English. Our Balagangadhara Tilaga talked with our Gavi Chidambaranath. Our Gandhi came to Tamil Nadu, talked among the people. Nehruji came to Tamil Nadu. VOC went to North India. Bharati went to some other places. But all these people, they spoke English only to unite the people against the English people. So we could say that we could exile the English. Anything else? Some questions somebody wants to ask, it seems. No. There is no question. Let me continue. Okay. Can I proceed? Can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you can proceed, sir.
there are some differences. All of you, please unmute your what is called mic and video, so that I would find it easier. Okay, we could exile the English, not the English, but we have to. English language helps us to send the English people from our soil. That is the point. So slowly, what experimented, so as I already told you, English was the powerful instrument behind exiling, sending the English people. So it is the English who enslaved us. It is English, that is the language of English which liberated us. It is the main point, right? Okay, with this experiences have taught us English is inevitable in our country. So because we also have to see the contribution made by English people to our country. Among there are so many contributions: railway, police, postal, educational system. Along with these, the main contribution they gave to Indian people, English language. As I already told you, English language is the origin of Englishman, this Germanic language. It is Indo-European language. But English language, for English language, Indians also contributed a lot.
Sir, Razul sir, excuse me, sir.
Of Indian people who are having, yes.
So sorry for the interruption, sir.
Yes.
Sir, somebody started presenting their screen, sir. So can you please restart presenting, sir? Because in the record, your PowerPoint will not. Yes, sir. Because in the record, your PowerPoint will not be available, sir. That's why. Can you please restart the presentation?
Okay.
Yeah, Rajkumar, can you please stop presenting, sir? All you need is you should just touch the middle part of the mobile. Yeah, stop presenting. Press stop presenting. Rajkumar sir, please press stop presenting.
Okay. Can I continue? Can I present?
Sir, unless that person stop presenting your yeah, sir, you please start presenting now, sir.
Okay. I have started.
Yeah.
Is it
Yes,
okay?
sir. Yes, sir. No, not yet visible, sir. Actually, the thing is, participant, please don't present your screen because in the recording, yes, Dana ma'am.
No, Dava, if நான் வந்து இப்ப ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன் என்னோட ஸ்கிரீன்ல நான் வந்து ரசூல் சார் அதை வந்து பின் பண்ணிருக்கேன்
அப்படி வராது மேம்.
No, no, that is change ஆகாது.
You change the setting.
Yes. இப்ப அது வந்து சேஞ்ச் ஆகாது. அவங்க வந்து நான் என்னோட ஸ்கிரீன்ல பின் பண்ணிட்டேன். சோ என்னோட ஸ்கிரீன்ல என்ன இருக்கோ அதுதான் ரெக்கார்ட் ஆகும். So don't worry.
Okay ma'am. Okay. Sorry sir. Sorry for the interruption, sir.
Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. You can continue, sir. No issues.
Okay. Thank you very much. So with this we stopped that, our readers. So our leaders, what they felt about English, that is the idea that I want to say you. Our leaders, there are so many leaders we have, and I just to mention a few, I would like to tell you. Number one, our Ramakrishna Paramahamsa also supported English. He said there are 4 bhashas, Matru Bhasha, Nesha Bhasha, Deva Bhasha and Rajya Bhasha. Matru Bhasha is our what is called mother tongue, and the Rajya Bhasha, as pointed out by Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, is English language. Even our Lord Vivekananda said, his English is what is called very good English, very rich language he possesses. You all may know that. Lord Vivekananda, we have to accept the Englishman and for their English language and for their punctuality and for their equality and for their organizing ability, we have to accept. It is what our Lord Vivekananda said. But Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, pointed out, English is our Raja Bhasha, so we have to understand. And our father of our country, our nation, Gandhiji also said, it is not only the language of commerce, it is not only the language of business, it is also the language of inspiration too. We already know that Gandhiji got inspiration from the books written in English. Gandhiji has inspiration for non-cooperative movement from the book written in English by David Thoreau in English, Civil Disobedience. Gandhiji has got the inspiration for following the vegetarian principle through the book written by Salt, written by a person Salt. The title of the book, Plea for Vegetarianism. Even the Gitanjali, Bhagavad Gita, Gandhi read first time only through English translation only, Celestial of God within you. Even for Satvika, that Ahimsa, Gandhi got inspiration from the book written by Leo Tolstoy, what is called War and Peace. Even for the life, Gandhi has got inspiration from the book written by John Ruskin's book, you may know that, Unto This Last. So Gandhi got inspiration mainly from the book written in English. Nehruji got inspiration mainly from the book written in English. Netaji got inspiration mainly from the book written in English. So English language so Gandhi said that English is the language, not only the language of commerce, it is also the language of inspiration too. And our Rajaji, Raja Gopal, you may know that Rajaji, he is the first Governor General of first Indian Governor General of India, and previously he occupied several offices. He decorated several offices: West Bengal Governor, Governor General of India, Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, all these things. And what he said about English language? English language is Goddess Saraswati's gift to India. English language is Goddess Saraswati's gift to India. And what does our Dr. Radhakrishnan, you may know that Dr. Radhakrishnan, whose birthday is celebrated Teachers' Day, and who is the person, who is the sculptor behind the Dr. Radhakrishna Commission's report. And he said, if we give up English under sentimental urges, if we give up English, if we destroy, if we leave English, we will be trailing behind 3 centuries. 300 years பின்னோக்கி நம்ம போயிடுவோம்னு சொல்றார். அதனால understanding all these things, these are all the reasons why English is inevitable. And let us see the other points also why English is inevitable. Okay, and then why English is inevitable, as principal has pointed out in his inaugural address, as Madam Dhanavati pointed out in her what is called keynote address. English is the global key. It is with this key we can open the globe. So international level, it is how it is the global key. Any country's progression, whether the country is the developed country, underdeveloped country, or underdeveloping country, any country's progression is determined by dollar value. The dollar value of our country's dollar value is nearly about 75 rupees. The country's dollar value, the country's wealth in petrol wealth, and users and usage of English in that particular country. Apart from their native land and their particular country, even the rich countries have the good proficiency in English. The proficiency index in Singapore is better than the other people. Why? Because the country's value is determined. So any country and the country's economic standard, the country's progress is determined by 3 important things. Number 1, the country's dollar value, the petrol wealth, and many more important things, the usage of English. Similarly, our country. And English is the language. So what is the language spoken by many number of people under the sun as the mother tongue? It is Chinese language. Next to Chinese, it is Hindi language. It is because of the people living in that area, more number of people. And next to Chinese and Hindi, English is the mother tongue of more number of people. So apart from being mother tongue, English is the what is called English is the language everybody under the sun, whether he is in Ceylon or whether he is in Australia, whether he is in North America, South America, everybody under the sun can speak English, can understand English. That is the condition of English, whether we accept it or not, but it is inevitable. Englishman claims that the sun never sets in our region. ஒரு இடத்துல சன் ஆயிடுச்சுனாக்க அடுத்த இடத்துல sun never sets in our region. Geographically sun never sets in their region, but it's not. But the glory of English people, the claim of English people has gone now, but it is applicable to English language. Sun never sets in the region of English. ஏதாவது ஒரு உலகத்துல எங்கேயாவது சூரியன் உதித்துட்டு இருக்கிற கண்ட்ரியில இங்கிலீஷ் பேசுறவன் இருந்துகிட்டு தான் இருக்கான். English is either as the mother tongue or the second language in the world. So English is spoken everywhere under the world. It is the global key. That is why I said that English. But because of this ICT, because of all these things, you may know that because of all these reasons, because of this ICT, LPG, liberalization, privatization, globalization, ICT, information, communication, technology, all these things, the world has shrunk into a village. Since the world has shrunk into the village, we need a common language for the world. What can be the common language? That the common language is known as lingua franca. So what can be the common language? So experiences have taught us, and it has been said that even experiences already English is available, so we need not go for any other lingua franca, any other common language. The available common language will help us to do our business, to transact our business. So don't worry, English can be a lingua franca, the language of communication, the world common language, that is called lingua franca. So experiences have taught us English is the common language, English is the global key. That is why English is inevitable. And the next point we will go to, it is a national link language. So speaking about the language is a sensitive problem nowadays, particularly after the publications of new education policy. Let me not go deep into that matter, but one thing as a student we have to understand, English in our country, when India got freedom, and I already told you there were a demand from several quarters, English to be banished, but experiences have taught us, and the Nehruji has given an assurance, English should be continued for 15 years. And English was continued for 15 years. And after 15 years, in the year 1963 or something else, what happens? Again, there was the question started whether English should to be continued or whether Hindi to be continued, all these things. And there were several agitations. You may all know that, the agitation in Tamil Nadu, all these things. But at that time, Nehru gave an assurance in the parliament, as long as non-Hindi speaking states accept Hindi, English shall continue as the official language. So English has become associated official language. So the English has become national link language. It is how English has become associated official language. What is official language of the country? It is the language of communication between state governments and the central government. It is if our Chief Minister Edappadi wants to speak with our Prime Minister Modi, and they will talk in English language. That is the language of communication between state governments and central government. And it is the language of communication among the state government. If our Mr. Palanichami, Mr. Edappadi Palanichami wants to talk with Pinarayi Vijayan, if Mr. Palanichami wants to talk with Didi, that is West Bengal Chief Minister, Madam Mamta, and they have to speak in English. They talk in English. That is the language of communication among the states. If you want to write anything to IGNOU, many of you have undergoing, some of you are undergoing, and many of you have undergone IGNOU course. If you want to write anything to IGNOU, and we will write in English. That is the national link language. So that is also one of the reasons why English is inevitable. And there is another word, library language. So library language means it is the language. Yes? Anything else? There are some disturbances. All of you please unmute your mic so that I can continue without any difference. Sorry, mute your mic. Mute your mic so that I can continue. Please mute your mic. Right. So English is a library language. English is a library language in the sense, library language means it is the language that we use for reference purposes. Library language means it is the language that we use for reference purposes. So English language we use for referencing. Different books are available in our English, you know. So you may know that the library language is the word used in Kothari Commission's report, you know. You may know that many books on English, books on all branches of knowledge are published either in English or immediately translated into English. We may come across some people, I may come across some people, they cleared IAS examination in English language, in Tamil language. What they expressed, you know, they cleared in Tamil language, they wrote their examination in Tamil language, but they referred English, books written in English. That is the conditions. So if you want to, even the researcher in Tamil language, they depend on the books written in the English language. Okay, that is why very important things. Because naturally it has become the library language. Since as I already told you, Englishmen, they visited so many countries. They claimed once sun never sets in our region. So they spread their languages. And there is another word you may also come across, heterogeneous language and homogeneous language. Heterogeneous language means the language that will not accept anything from other languages. People said Tamil is the homogeneous language. Homogeneous language means, I changed I think. Homogeneous language means the language that will not accept anything from other language. Tamil is supposed to be homogeneous language. But English is not like that. English is a heterogeneous language. The great English is the least original. Everybody under the sun contributed something for the development of English. Even English language, you may know that English dictionary was first published in the year 1756, if my memory is correct, by Dr. Samuel Johnson. After that, you know, so many people contributed. Even Shakespeare himself contributed 12,000 words to English language. Milton contributed 8,000 words to English language. Whatever we studied, education is a word derived from Latin language, psychology is the word derived from Latin language, language is a word derived from lingua, from the classical languages. You all know that, but what happened, what is done by English, English accepted all the languages and made their own languages. English accepted even Tamil languages. English accepted even Hindi languages. English accepted all the languages. English dictionary, you may know that it was revised once in 3 months. Recently, they have included that slum, Jaigo song, you know, slum dweller song. So introduced all these things. It is how English has become library language. It is because of these reasons books are published in English. So we started going through, we started referring the books written in English. So English is a library language. So that is the language in which books are written. If you want to do your research in your subject, you may belong to mathematics, Kadasamy may belong to physics or chemistry, I don't know. But there are good number of people, even our old student Prabhakar here, I think Prabhakar belongs to history department, and so many good number of people, they belong to different departments. Though they belong to different departments, if they want to do research, if you want to go deep into their own subject of specialization, even if they want to go deep into their own Tamil language, they have to read the book written in English. That is why English is supposed to be the library language. So nowadays, another important point I would like to tell you, sophisticated translation machines are available. But sophisticated translation machines will not give the correct translation. You may know that what happening when the translation was given wrongly by the what is called through online in that Patel's statue. So it is not that much reliable. So it will not be that much reliable. That is why it has been said that even the richest country with the more sophisticated translating machines can never cope with the ever-growing stream of knowledge, can ever go with the original, go with the language originally the book was written. So better, if you want to abreast your knowledge, you should have the ability to read the material written in English. That is why we call it library language. So how do we read the English? What are the reading skill, etc. will be discussed one day by one of our staff members. Okay, English is a library language. That is why it is also inevitable, and it is language of instruction. So our countries, you know that even our friends, you know, slowly what happens our country, medium of instruction. So language of instruction is the word that I used, but here I mean medium of instruction in common usage. But it has to be, nowadays people prefer language of instruction. Why? Because medium refers to the medium. Oral media, online media, offline media, etc. So better hereafter we can prefer the word language of instruction. The language of instruction in our country, you may know that how many of you here, even our class, you know, I think people's the medium of instruction under which is English. But in those days it was Tamil, but maximum number is only Tamil language. But nowadays English has become the language of instruction everywhere. So since everybody felt happy, even the people who find it difficult to hand to mouth for day-to-day life, அன்றாட வாழ்க்கைக்கே சர்வைவலுக்கே கொஸ்டின் ஆயிருக்கக்கூடிய பீப்புள் கூட, ஈவன் த பீப்புள் ஹூ ஃபைண்ட் இட் டிஃபிகல்ட் டு மேட்ச் தேர் போத் ends meet, you find it difficult hand to mouth people, they also want to send their children to English medium schools. It is the reality now, you all know it is the reality now. So they prefer English medium schools according to their own economic level, according to their own financial status, but they prefer English medium schools. Even seeing all these things, even government schools have started English medium classes. PPT not visible சொல்றாங்களே யாரோ, is it not visible to everybody?
No sir, it's visible.
Not visible, sir.
It's visible.
Not visible. Past 10 or 15 minutes, it's not visible to me.
But now,
Kindly
Now
pin
No, even now.
presentation. You pin Rasul Muhyiddin presentation.
one of you,
Pin? Excuse me?
in Rasul Muhyiddin
Rasul Muhyiddin
presentation.
presentation.
Dana, is it visible to you?
Yes sir, I am visible that you see the language of instruction screen.
Okay, language of instruction in the screen. But if it is not visible, you pin Rasul Muhyiddin's presentation. But it is not the case of everybody. Can I continue, Dana?
Yes sir, please.
Dana, can I continue?
Yes, sir, please. Participant, please click the people button in the top right corner. You click that button and search the Rasul Muhyiddin. Two options are there. You click Rasul Muhyiddin in the bracket presentation screen. You pin that screen alone. Thank you, sir.
Okay, hand to mouth people. Okay, right. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Java. Right. Hand to mouth present people, you know, one who find it, who cannot make their ends meet, life la nada சாப்பிடுறவங்க கைக்கு வாய்க்கு அடிச்சுக்கிறாங்க, அவங்க கூட they themselves want their children to send to English medium school. So that has become in the medium of in the language of instruction of English has become inevitable. So that results in mushrooming English medium schools. Every state we have English medium schools. So that is the outcome. The outcome for people's aspire for sending their children to English medium school is the mushrooming English medium school. So apart from that, if you want to write all competitive examination, they are held in English only. And they are held, many examinations are held both in English and in Hindi, central government examination, CTET examination, UGC, UPC, UPSC examination, etc. But we have to depend on English only. Some people attended the CTET exam also. CTET examination, the paper is psychology. But in order to understand the psychology, they need English comprehensive skill. But if it is the TET examination, the question on psychology will be given both in English language and in Tamil language. If they cannot understand the English version, they can depend on Tamil version. But if it is CTET examination, the question is given in English and in Hindi. But we have no other go. We have to comprehend English questions completely. Then only we can answer correctly. So all competitive examinations are held in English only. The higher educations are given, particularly medical, engineering, etc. Even law are conducted, held in only English, the English language. English is the language of instruction. So English is the language of instruction, what we call medium of instruction. That is why we cannot, what is called inevitable, we cannot, English is inevitable. That is why English, we cannot avoid English. And English is a window to new knowledge. As I already told you regarding the library language, if you want to abreast yourself, if you want to, as I already told you, our what is called, our great persons like, is called our great persons like Radhakrishnan said, if in sentimental urges, if you do not understand the English, if you do not understand, if you give up English, we will be trailing behind for 300 years. Okay, if you want to abreast yourself, you should know English. You should know English. Even some people, only for without the English language only, they have to suffer a lot. There are different types of English. They have to suffer a lot. That is why it is a window to new knowledge. One who has the proficiency in English can keep in touch with the progress of modern time. Modern time progress, or if you want to go hand in hand with the modern time progress, if you want to be in line with the modern world, we should have the proficiency in English. Then only we can follow, So that is, English is the window to new knowledge, so English is inevitable. It's an asset. It's very important point which I would like to highlight. It's an asset. எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஒரு asset. English language இருக்குங்கிறதே ஒரு பெரிய asset. The other day also, Dhanavati madam told there is one example regarding number and zero. You may have a good number of zero. Your what is called the general communicative skill was zero. Your what is called the ability to PowerPoint presentation, another zero. Your ability to go through the material and go deep into the matter, another zero. Your sense of humor, another zero. Your empathy for the students, another zero. All these zero will have values nowadays in your teaching profession only when you have number one before all these things. So English is a number, all the other things are zeros. So along with the English, you can flourish. You can come out with the flying colors. Okay. English ensures your employment. Wherever you go, English ensures your employment. Even if you talk with the people, that ensures it. Maybe any job, here I would like to say, among the audience, among the participants here, there are different subject teachers. the subject teachers, science teachers are here, mathematics teachers are here, social science teachers are here, English teachers, Tamil teachers, and other teachers are here. Okay, computer teachers may be here. But school, when you go for interview in the school people normally see your subject, normally see your language proficiency more than your subject knowledge. Because it has been, whether it is right or wrong, that is secondary. But the employer sees the language more than the subject knowledge. So only with the language only we can manage. They believe, experiences have taught them believe that if a person has the language, person will automatically have the subject knowledge, that is things. So English language ensures your employment. With the English language, without subject knowledge, you can be easily employed. With heavy subject knowledge, without English language skill, there is a question whether you will be employed or not. That is the condition. I am not defending all this point, but I am simply presenting the present reality. But we have to overcome this reality. இன்றைய தேர்வு முறைகளில் எனக்கும் உடன்பாடு இல்லை. அது ஒரு தேசிய ரிங்கு ராஜன் குதிரை. அதை ஜெயித்தாக வேண்டும். நானும் வெற்றி பெற்றேன், நீயும் வெற்றி பெற வேண்டும் வைரமுத்து எழுதியிருப்பார். அந்த மாதிரி you may like it or you may not like it. You may accept it or you may not accept it. But you have to overcome it. That is why I tell that it is inevitable English. Okay, English ensures our employment. Another point, if you know English, the other day also there is one man, Princeton, I think, when he gave lectures on communicative skills, he mentioned one important point. Okay, and the point is, English has become a knowledge more than a language. After this class is over, if somebody asks you how the class is, if you say the English language, sir has come, he simply blabber something, and sir has not coming circumlocution, he is going on speaking, but I could not understand. If everything is told in English, people will simply look, what is called, will be bewildered. They will be surprised. How beautifully you speak English, they will say. They will claim. They will think that you are intelligent, but you are not intelligent, you are fluent. But if you say all these things in Tamil, people will never say that you are intelligent. They will simply say you give feedback. But if you give in English, people say you are intelligent. So English has become the yardstick of knowledge more than a yardstick of language. It's very important point. In this point, we have to overcome. So along with your subject knowledge, you develop your proficiency in English. So it's an asset. It's a matter of social status. If we enter into the office, immediately we use English today. It's naturally. So English is a matter of social status. So it is an asset. உங்களுக்குள்ள இருக்கக்கூடிய 1000 திறமைகளோட இன்னொரு திறமையை நீ சேர்த்துக்கிட்ட அப்படின்னு சொன்னாக்க it is an asset. Along with technical skill, along with your sense of humor, along with your multitask ability, develop your English language skill also. That is an asset. Since it is an asset, it is inevitable. Next point, it is language of national integration. Here I have already started discussing this point, language of national integration. Regarding this, I told you what happened in Englishman. But there are a good number of people, they spoke against English also. They came to Tamil Nadu, they propagandized their knowledge. Even you can take the people like this called, that is one man from Uttar Pradesh, there is a man. And he came to India, he came to Tamil Nadu, of course, he came to Tamil Nadu. That man said that you all have to stop speaking English, and they asked the people never to follow English. They asked the people to speak in to abolish English, to come away, to go away with the English, all these things. Mulayam Singh Yadav, right? He came to Tamil Nadu and he propagated against the English language, but he spoke in English. He spoke in English. But he says that English should be banished. And he says in English. That shows the inevitability of English. It is the language of national integration. The other day also there is one lecture on national integration. There is one person, one of our alumni gave lecture on national integration in one of the webinar conducted in commemoration with our Founders Day. In that seminar, he said that national integration and our country national integration, what is the basic point of national integration is emotional integration. That emotional integration can be created by one common language. Emotionally, we accept English language. So, English language is the national language of national integration. It helped for the growth of nationalism. It helped for the growth of unity among the people. So that is very important things. Kothari Commission again recommended the continuous of this language along with the various reasons. Kothari Commission said this language has to be continued for creating, for the continuance of national integration among the people. National integration, we all know that is because of emotional integration. That means feeling of oneness. That means feeling of oneness. That feeling of oneness in our country nowadays can be created more by English language than by any other things. So English language can be used as a language of national integration, mind you. So that is very important things. As I already, it is the unifying force. Our friends in Kerala, our brethren in West Bengal, our fellow citizens in Uttar Pradesh, our people from Delhi, we all were unified through this force. So English is a unifying force. So it is the weapon for national integration. It is the language which helps for national integration. That is why English is inevitable. That is why English is inevitable. Nowadays, we all use online. So in this online, we use English only. Even in Tamil, we use English language, that is Tanglish. That translation சொல்லுவாங்க, transliteration சொல்லுவாங்க. என்ன பண்றோம் அப்படின்னு கேட்டாக்க, Greek and Latin சில லாங்குவேஜ்னா இங்கிலீஷ் அல்பாபெட்ல எழுதுவாங்களாம். அது மாதிரி we started writing Tamil also in English alphabet. எனக்கு தெரியாது, ENAKKU, THERAUATHU. This type of things we have, but I am against that. Whether you write in English, write in English. Whether you write in Tamil alphabet. Otherwise, you write in English. Don't worry whether you commit mistake. Nothing. Nobody cannot write correct English. Understand? You commit mistake. But I also created one group, WhatsApp group. There I asked my students to speak and write only in English. At least in that group. And they have some friendly group. There we can chat in Tamil also. That is different. But it is the language of online. Even online, we are using the English language also nowadays. Being an international language, naturally it dominates internet. We all know. I don't know, but you are. As far as the skills in online is concerned, you are more matured and you are more talented than we people. Our 90 kids are more talented than 60, 70, even 80 kids nowadays. Understand? Okay, you are a good things. Okay. So it has become the language of online. English version also created simultaneously with the creation of websites. With the creations of websites in other languages. English version is also created with the creation of websites. You can say there are some websites are available in Hindi, available in Tamil, but immediately there are websites in English also which we can easily go through. So if you want to go if you want to go online, if you want to browse the website and etc., you have to use English only. So it is the language of online. I said English is the content language of almost 55% of the most visited websites. It has been estimated in particular census, நிறைய வெப்சைட் வேர்ல்டு லெவல்ல விசிட்டட் வெப்சைட்லாம் பார்க்குறப்போ 55% ஆஃப் த வெப்சைட் வந்து அந்த கண்டென்ட் லாங்குவேஜ் இஸ் இங்கிலீஷ். ஸோ பெட்டர் இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டு விசிட் ஆன்லைன், if you want to develop your talent in online, all these things, it is the language of online also. So that is why it is inevitable. So I have given various reasons why it is inevitable so far. But the various reasons may vary. Some of you, this may be applicable to some of you, may not be applicable to some of you. But it is applicable to at least one of you. That is the point that I would like to highlight. So let us what is called a recap. Why is English inevitable? What are all the various reasons why is English inevitable nowadays? Okay, number one, it is a global key. Let's recap. Number one, it's a global key. Number two, it's associated official language of India, national linked language. Number one, it is the language of for international communication. It's a library language. It is the language that we use for reference books. That is why it is inevitable. It is the language of instruction. It is through this language instructions are being held in the schools and colleges at higher education. It is in this language various examinations are conducted. That is why English is inevitable. It is window to new knowledge. If you want to be abreast, if you want to everything in your fingertips, you have to understand the English language. You should have the proficiency in English. That is why we can say it is a window to new knowledge. It's an asset. It's an asset. With this you can earn social prestige. Wherever you go, you will be respected. Even if you don't have subject knowledge, you can attract the people with your proficiency in English. It is why it is inevitable, right? It's language of nation integration. It's a language of unifying force. In countries like India, it plays vital role for integrating the nation. So that is why it is the language of nation integration, and it is the language of online also. It is the language of online also. It is because of all these reasons, English is inevitable in our country. It is because of all these reasons, English are inevitable in our country. Okay. And இந்த ஒரு கண்டிஷன்ஸ்ல நம்ம இருக்கிறப்போ, இந்த கண்டிஷன்ல இப்போ நமக்கு எப்படிப்பட்ட இங்கிலீஷ் தேவை அப்படிங்கிறது நமக்கு பெரிய கொஸ்டின்ஸ். வாட் டைப் ஆஃப் இங்கிலீஷ் டு வி நீட் நவ? நம்ம எகைன் இங்கிலீஷ்கார மாதிரி இங்கிலீஷ் லிட்ரேச்சர்ஸ் எல்லாம் படிக்கணுமா? ஆர் ஷுட் வி ஸ்டடி த இங்கிலீஷ் phonetics, symbols, etc. And should we study the grammar in English? Or should we study all the literature available in English? அப்படிங்கிறது நம்மளுக்குள்ள ஒரு கொஸ்டின்ஸ் இப்போ இருக்கு. ஓகே, ஸோ வாட் டைப் ஆஃப் இங்கிலீஷ் டு வி நீட் நவ்? தட் இஸ் அவர் கொஸ்டின், த கொஸ்டின் பிஃபோர் அஸ். நம்பர் ஒன், வாட் டைப் ஆஃப் இங்கிலீஷ்? வி நீட் போஸ்ட் கலோனியல் இங்கிலீஷ். கலோனியல் இங்கிலீஷ்னா காலனைசேஷன். நீங்கள் எல்லாம் கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க. நம்ம நிறையா காலனின்னு கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கோம். அதாவது காலனி, தூத்துக்குடியிலே நிறையா ராஜீவ் நகர்ங்கிறத தாண்டி நிறைய காலனி நம்ம கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? ஆர்எம்எஸ் காலனி நம்ம கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கோம். அதே மாதிரி நிறைய காலனி கேட்டிருக்கோம். காலனி அப்படின்னு சொன்னாக்க அந்த கலோனியல் இங்கிலீஷ் பீப்புள் எந்த கண்ட்ரியை அடிமைப்படுத்தினாங்களோ, வாட் த கண்ட்ரி தே என்ஸ்லேவ்ட், தட் இஸ் கால்டு காமன்வெல்த் கண்ட்ரி. நம்ம காமன்வெல்த் கேம்லாம் கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? அந்த காமன்வெல்த் கண்ட்ரினா யாருன்னு கேட்டாக்க இங்கிலீஷ்கார எந்த கண்ட்ரியெல்லாம் அடிமைப்படுத்தி வச்சுட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த கண்ட்ரிக்கு ஃப்ரீடம் கொடுத்தானோ those countries are known as Commonwealth country. அந்த காமன்வெல்த் கண்ட்ரிஸுக்கு இடையில there is some sports program going on. ஸோ அவர் இங்கிலீஷ் வந்து கலோனியல் இங்கிலீஷ். கலோனியல் இங்கிலீஷ்னா அவன் எப்படி பேசினானோ, அவனுடைய ஃபுட் ஹேபிட் எப்படி இருக்குதோ, அவனுடைய கிளைமேட் எப்படி இருக்குதோ அதை ஃபாலோ பண்ணி அவன் இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ண இங்கிலீஷ் தான் கலோனியல் இங்கிலீஷ். நமக்கு இப்போ அந்த கலோனியல் இங்கிலீஷ் தேவையில்லை. நம்ம வாட் we want to post colonial English. போஸ்ட் கலோனியல் இங்கிலீஷ்னா நம்ம கல்ச்சர்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய வேர்டுக்கான மீனிங், நம்ம ஃபுட்டுக்கான வேர்டு, நம்மளுடைய ட்ரெஸ் கோடுக்கான வேர்டு, நம்மளுடைய மீட்டிங் எட்டிக்கெட்டுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, அந்த ஒரு டீசன்சி, அந்த ஒரு விஷயத்துக்கான மேனரிசத்துக்கான வேர்டு, அதை நம்ம கண்டுபிடிச்சி அப்படிப்பட்ட இங்கிலீஷ் தான் நமக்கு தேவை. சே குட் பை, சே பை பை டு அவர் colonization is over, but now we are in the free country where we should have the post colonial English, that is called post. So we have to be free from Eurocentrism. What does Eurocentrism mean? யூரோப்பை மையமா வச்சுதான் எல்லாமே நடக்கிறது. யூரோப்புனா அது பெருசு, டேபிள் மேனர்ஸ்னா அவன் வச்சிருக்கிற டேபிள் மேனர்ஸ் தான் பெருசு. அவன் வந்து ஸ்பூன்ல சாப்பிட்டானா நம்மளும் ஒன்னே ஸ்பூனுக்கு டிபெண்ட் ஆகியிருக்கிறது அப்படிங்கிற டேபிள் மேன். நம்மளுடைய சாப்பாடுடைய குவாலிட்டி வேற, அவனுடைய கல்ச்சர் வேற. ஒரு இப்போ டாக்டர் ராதாகிருஷ்ணன் வந்து என்ன பண்ணாரா, கையில சாப்பிட்டுட்டு இருந்தாங்க. கையில சாப்பிட்டுட்டு இருக்கும்போது இங்கிலீஷ் பீப்புள் சிம்பிளி laughed at him. He asked, why are you laughing? He said that you are not using your spoon and you are using your hand and you are licking and you are eating. அவர் சொன்னாரா, இந்த ஸ்பூன் இருக்கு இல்லையா, என்னுடைய கையில இருக்கக்கூடிய ஸ்பூன், இந்த ஸ்பூனை நான் மட்டும்தான் சாப்பிடுவேன். ஆனா ஒன்ட்ட இருக்கிற ஸ்பூனை வந்து நீ எல்லாருக்கும் சாப்பிடுவேன். நீ எல்லாரும் சாப்பிட்றப்ப அவர் காலத்துல கிடையாது, இருந்தாலும் நம்ம சொல்லிக்குவோம் there is possibilities for கொரோனா. பட் என் கையில நான் சாப்பிட்றப்ப there is no possibilityன்னு சொன்னாங்க. ஆக இங்கிலீஷ்காரன் என்ன ஃபாலோ பண்றானோ அதுதான் கல்ச்சர்னு நினைக்கிறது தப்பு. இங்கிலீஷ்காரன் என்ன ஃபாலோ பண்றானோ அதுதான் வந்து எலைட் பீப்புளுடைய ஐடென்டிட்டி நினைக்கிறது தப்பு. இங்கிலீஷ்காரன் என்ன மேனரிசம் ஃபாலோ பண்றானோ that mannerism is the mannerism etiquette of our own country நினைக்கிறது தப்பு. இப்படி எல்லாமே யூரோப்பியன் ஃபாலோ பண்றதுதான் கிரேட் திங்ஸ், யூரோப்பியன் ஃபாலோ பண்றதுதான் எலைட் திங்ஸ், யூரோப்பியன் ஃபாலோ பண்றதுதான் வாட் இஸ் கால்ட் சிவிலைசேஷன் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கக்கூடிய அந்த ஃபீலிங் பேர் தான் ஈரோசென்ட்ரிசிசம். நம்ம வந்து we all should be free from Eurocentrism. We all should be free from Eurocentrism. அப்போ நம்மளுடைய டேபிள் மேனர் நம்ம வச்சுக்கணும். bring me water. அவனுடைய டேபிள் மேனர் ஸ்பூன் அண்ட் ஃபோர்க்னா நம்மளுடைய டேபிள் மேனர் banana leaf, how it has to be folded, how it has to be spread, what should be on the right hand side, what should be on the left hand side, what should be taken first, sambar, followed by what is called pulikolabu, and followed by pepper water rasam, and followed by all these things, payasam, pappad, etc. So we have to follow our own mannerism. So let us not be proud in following Eurocentrism. So you have to be free from Eurocentrism, come to Indian culture, come to Tamil Nadu culture, and then you speak English. That type of English is known as post-colonial English. English language to produce Indian, but one important in this regard, people often quoted, in the year 1813, there is Charter Act. In that Charter Act, what happened? There is allocation of fund. The allocation of the fund for the spread of the language and the literature. But it was ambiguous. Spread of what language, what literature. Then in the year 1820, Macaulay said that it is spreading the language, said means it is only English language only. You all might have studied Anglican and Oriental controversy. In Anglican, Macaulay said English language is superior to everything, and even the room full of Arabic and Sanskrit literature is not even equal to the self of English literature, he said. He claimed that he'll go to down, go to the hell, let us not bother. But when he introduced the type of education to India, they said that we want to produce the people, kind of people, Indian in blood, Indian in birth, but Englishman in taste, attitude, everything. Then only they can have the chief clerk for their East India Company. But one thing we have to support it is, of course, in spite of all the vehement criticism leveled against Macaulay's system of education, one thing we have to accept, it is Macaulay's system of education which democratized education. Previously, education was not given to all type of people. Previously, education was not given to women. Even if you are நன்னூல் கல்வியை பெறுவதற்கு தகுதியற்றவர்கள் யாரெல்லாம் கேட்டாக்க ஏழை, கல்வியை பெறுவதற்கு தகுதியற்றவர்கள் ஏழை, கீழ் ஜாதிக்காரன், பெண்கள் அப்படிலாம் சொன்னாங்க. We followed Varnashrama Dharma. Let's not go deep into that matter. But one thing we have to highlight, it is Macaulay's system of education only, democratized education. It is slowly started making all the people get into the scheme of education, leave it. But Macaulay wanted his type of education to produce the clerk, to produce the chief clerk, meant for to be employed in East India Company. For that he claimed that we want a group of people, Indian by blood, but Englishman in taste, Englishman in sentiment, Englishman in aspiration, he said. But what type of English that we have to give education, we have to translate to our students, we have to produce Indian not only by birth but also in appearance. Let the people wear the dhoti and let them speak English, correct English. Let the people wear the sari and let them speak correct English. So let us follow our own Indian culture, but let us learn English because of all those the reasons that I have given in the point, inevitable English. So we want, as Macaulay said, we don't want Indian in blood and but the Englishman in taste, but we now want to produce Indian not only by birth, but Indian in appearance, attitude and aspiration also. So that type of people that we want now. So that type of people we want to create. What type of English that is needed by that type of people, that type of English let us teach in our classroom. That is what is called post-colonial English. So that next to post-colonial English, we have to understand another important communicative English we want. What are the communicative English here? We all know that language, very good language, you all know that is derived. One of the important what is called important definition given for languages is the tool for communication. It is the tool for communication. In those days, it is only the tool for communication. Nowadays, we have body language, non-verbal communication, etc. We are having. But as a communicative language, what do we want? We have to listen English. We have to listen English. Previously, you may know that some 20 years back, I think, there was one job, medical transcriptionist. The medical transcriptionist, and there was some PLO, public call office, CPCO. There good number of English students, English speaking students were appointed because they have to listen English spoken by the foreign people and they have to make the notes and they have to send it through email. It is how they were appointed. For them, they need listening English. The pilot-like activity job, we need listening English. For every day, to some extent, we can speak English, we can manage. We write English, our English in an examination, English will come spontaneously. With that, we can manage writing English. And we read English also with the help of dictionary and other relevant reference material. We can write it, we can read English also and understand. But listening English, most important skill, but least given least importance. So we have to listen English, that is communicative English. And one day, I think one madam will discuss what is listening skill, how can we develop that listening skill. But it is because of communicative in the sense we have to listen English spoken by other people and we have to understand. That is number one. Listen English and understand. Okay. Number two. To speak English and be understood. You have to speak English, but it is not enough if you speak English, but it has to be understood by the listener. That is also communicative skill. You have to speak English. But everybody will have some tendency, everybody will have what is that? Right. To listen English, but everybody will have nowadays, continuous English பேசணும். Everybody may have the tendency, everybody may have the urge to speak English fluently for 1 hour. It may be the dream of everybody. We have to speak English. Have to read English. After going through our Hindu paper, Express paper, you please tell me that it is not read English. Some of you here may be able to read Hindi, but you may not be able to understand. But read means read without understanding. Read without understanding is something like barking at print, according to Maria Montessori, madam. Barking at print na print எடுத்திருக்க ஒரு மேடம் லொல்னு நீங்க குறைச்சிங்கன்னா எப்படியோ அது மாதிரி தான் இங்கிலீஷை புரியாம நீங்க படிக்கிறது. So you have to read English and we have to understand that English and we have to write English. We have to write our own English and that should be understood. நம்ம டீச்சர்ஸ் எல்லாம் கும்பிடு போடலாம், நம்ம படிச்ச இங்கிலீஷை படிச்சு அதை புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு அதுக்கு மார்க் கொடுக்குறாங்க இல்லையா, அதனால ரைட். But these are the 4 important skills we have to develop, what is called communicative English. These are all called communicative English. To listen and we have to understand, and to speak, we have to speak and we have to be understood. We have to read and understand. We have to write, that must be understood by our reader. That is called communicative English. Another type of English EAP, EOP and ESP. What is EAP? EAP means English for academic purpose. In your school, in your college, there is a second paper, second language, and for knowing the matter, for knowing all this, for knowing, understanding the concept, we learn English, that is called English for academic purpose. To understand the matter, as a paper in the school, we read English. And the purpose நம்ம இங்கிலீஷ் படிக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக. That is called English for academic purpose. There is another thing, English for occupational purpose. Different occupations demands different types of English skill. Different types of, suppose if you is the announcer of a particular language, if you are the announcer in the radio, that you need spoken language and listening language. If you are the officer, that you need what is called how to write a memo, how to write all these things. And if you are the pilot, you need listening skill. And if you are a professor, teacher, you need spoken language. And if you are the writer, if you are the clerk, you need. So different occupation. Under this category, people said there is English for household, there is English for homemaker. ஹோம்மேக்கருக்கான இங்கிலீஷ் கூட தேவைப்படுது. எதுக்கான கேஸ் ஃபில் பண்ணுறதுக்கு, எதுக்காக ஹோம்மேக்கருக்கான இங்கிலீஷ் கூட டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஆக்குபேஷனுக்கான டிஃப்ரெண்ட் இங்கிலீஷ். ஹோம்மேக்கர் இஸ் ஆல்சோ ஆக்குபேஷன். அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்? ஓகே. So there is another English, that is English for occupational purpose. Different occupationக்கான இங்கிலீஷ் வச்சுக்கிறது. That is called English for occupational purpose. Another English for special purpose. இப்போ ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு காரணம். You may say that sir, I want to speak English. Why do you want to speak English? I want to speak English. I want to attract the audience. That is why, in order to enjoy the social prestige, in order to enjoy the social status, and some people, I want to know English. Why do you want to know English? I want to enjoy English movie. That is an entertainment. For English for special purpose and for enjoyment. Various everybody is special purpose. Some people may say previously we have pen friend எல்லாம் வச்சிருக்கோம், அதாவது ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப் த்ரூ ஆர் லெட்டர். இப்போ நம்ம இதுலாம் வச்சிருக்கோம்ல, வாட்ஸ்அப் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வச்சிருக்கோம் இல்லையா, வித்தவுட் நோயிங் தேர் ஃபேஸ். நான் வாட்ஸ்அப்பில் ஃப்ரெண்டாக இருக்கேன், நான் இதில் ஃப்ரெண்டாக இருக்கேன். அந்த மாதிரி அந்த காலத்தில் பென் ஃப்ரெண்டுன்னு இருப்பாங்க. அந்த பென் ஃப்ரெண்டாக இருந்தாக்கா அதுக்குன்னு ஒரு இங்கிலீஷ் நமக்கு தேவையாகும். So there are different purposes. So these are all the different purposes of English. Apart from that, there may be some other purpose also you may have, but everybody will have some purpose to improve our English. That is why we call English is what is called inevitable. So these are all called this is inevitable. So these are all the points that we have discussed so far. நம்ம இவ்வளவு நேரம் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணோம், என்னன்னா டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னு ஜஸ்ட் நம்ம திங்க் பண்ணி பார்த்தோம்னா, ரீகால் பண்ணோம்னா, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் inevitable English. What does inevitable English means? Inevitable English means unavoidable English. நம்மளால அவாய்ட் பண்ண முடியாத இங்கிலீஷ் தான் தட் இஸ் கால்டு. அதாவது you may like it or you may not like it. You may accept it or you may not accept it. But you have to use, you should have that proficiency. That is unavoidable English. So what is the position of English in our country? When did English came to India? That's what we have discussed so far. It came to India along with Vasco da Gama, and then English missionary people also contributed for a lot for the spread of English. And through East India Company brought traders and soldiers, but the formal education also English was introduced. It is how English was introduced in our country. But at the time of our freedom, we have to once again rethink about the continuance of English. So when we rethink about the country, these are the points that we have in our mind. We bear in our mind. There are 2 points: one for retention, retaining English; another for the extinction, sending the English away from our country. But the experiences have taught us English is different from the English. We are against only English people. We are not against the English. So English has to be continued. English has become the language as important as the language of our own things. So English is our own language. English is inevitable. English becomes inevitable. That is after during independence it happens. So now, why is English inevitable? It is what we have. So now we are simply summing up all these points. Why we are inevitable? English is a global key. That is why it is inevitable. It is official language. That is why it is inevitable. It's library language. That is the language that we use for reference purpose. It is a new window to new knowledge. It is the language of instruction. It is an asset. It is language of national integration. It is language of online language. That is why English is inevitable. And one more important point, one more point. What is called what type of English that we need today? So I already told you post-colonial English. That is what we need today. We need today post-colonial English. We need today the post-colonial English, communicative English, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. English for academic purpose, English for occupational purpose, and English for special purpose. These are all the reasons why you need English. Okay, so far we have discussed regarding English. So நாளைக்கு கிளாஸ்ல என்ன நடக்கும் அப்படின்னு வர நாட்கள்ல மேடம் will tell you along in the English paperல நம்ம what we are supposed to learn English, what are the objectives, why we learn English. Why we learn English now? I told you the reason, but madam will tell you the objectives. and what to be learned when we learn English, prose, poetry, grammar, and what are the skills to be developed. As I told you, listening, speaking, reading, writing. So each skill has been discussed in each separate session, and followed by one session for the qualities of English teacher, and one session for language 1 interference and felicitation of language 1 on language 2. So the program has been conceived in such a way. I hope in the days to come you will also cooperate and you will also enjoy. But for every day, based on the everyday's lectures, 5 questions will be asked, including all the 5 questions together. 50 questions will be asked after the end of the program. You are supposed to write the examination as madam told you, and you will be given the certificate also. I hope you enjoy. I hope you will be benefited by this program. Once again, I thank you. Next slide will make you happy. Okay. Next slide will make you happy. So with this, we'll wind up. Let me conclude my lecture. I am free to answer your question, friends. Now you can raise your questions and we.
Thank you so much, sir.
Right.
Okay, right. Participants, if you are having any doubts, you can clarify your doubts. You can unmute yourself and ask. Otherwise, you can put in the chat box, which will be answered by sir. Participants, if you are having any doubts, feel free to ask, sir.
You can ask me the doubt regarding this course also.
I think they are happy with your explanation, sir.
Yeah. Explanation and the thank you slide also.
Yes.
Okay.
They are also happy in.
Let me ask some questions. Otherwise, if you don't ask, answering, right? So many thank you has come, but I expect questions to come. Right? I ask some questions. What did you learn from this program? This lecture, what makes you change your attitude? Anything else? What do you expect from this program? So it's I mean many good number of alumni are also there, but for many alumni I am also a teacher and you consider me teacher also. But the question is posted mainly to the regular students. Right? Okay. I received money, thank you only from the chat box, but I expected you to give questions. Otherwise, once again I'll start teaching. Beware of my teaching, please.
Students,
Maria Rashmi, somebody started asking question, please. Mute your mic and ask question, please. Somebody started asking.
In the chat box. Let the video close.
participants, you can unmute yourself and ask questions.
Rajeshwari, why should we learn English, ma? Why is English inevitable in our country? Please apply 1 or 2 points. Rajeshwari, number 24.
Sir,
சொல்லுங்கம்மா. எதுக்குமா நம்ம இங்கிலீஷ் இஸ் இனவிட்டபிள் சொல்றோம்? Why will you say English is inevitable?
காமன் லாங்குவேஜ் சார், அதான்.
சரி, சொல்லுங்க. காமன் லாங்குவேஜ்னா ரைட். ஸோ வாட் டஸ் inevitable mean, please?
அதாவது அன்அவாய்டபிள் இங்கிலீஷ், அதுக்கு தான் இன்எவிட்டபிள் இங்கிலீஷ் அப்படின்னு
சரி,
தவிர்க்க முடியாதனால.
Right, inevitable. Why is it inevitable? You said common language. Is there any other answer from Pooja? Is there any other answer from Pooja?
There is an answer in
inevitable.
there is an answer in chat box, sir. Global key. Our friend Nebula, English and global key and assess.
Nebula also said an asset and a global key. And what is applicable to you, ma? What is applicable to you? One of you can respond. Otherwise, I'll call the person to respond. So we have said so many reasons so far. And why is English inevitable? What according to you is inevitable? I have given so many points. From these points, you can say. Rajeshwari said it's a denote new knowledge. Rajeshwari is going to do research in mathematics, it seems. That is why she said that. Is global to new knowledge. Right, okay. Any other thing? Okay. Kalasamiki for getting job in English is inevitable. It ensues his job. Wish you all the best, Kalasami. Right, okay. Then audio. ஹலோ, ரசூல் தான் பேசுறேன். முடிச்சுக்கோமா? சரி, ஓகே. ஓகே ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ், எல்லாம் நிறையா உட்காந்துருக்கீங்க, ரொம்ப இதுவாக இருக்கிறீங்க. 6-2 அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. So all of you are attending the classroom and you might have enjoyed. I think if you not enjoyed, so the time is spent. I hope that your time is spent usefully. The days to come, you start listening English, start reading English, start speaking English. Slowly you can improve yourself, and there will be one more sessions. There will be some more sessions regarding that. Utilize all the sessions. Thank you very much. Thank you. Over to Madam.
Thank you so much, sir, for your presentation. Nice presentation, sir. Thank you. So thank you, students, for your participation. So konjam gavanama irunga. So we said that we are having an examination right after finishing this course. So please be aware of this. For next day, you better have a note and pen where you can note whatever things you need, right? So thank you for your participation. Feedback links are given in the chat box, so please kindly fill that. And present B.Ed students, you will have your afternoon classes as usual, right? So you are having your afternoon classes as usual. After finishing this session, you will come back for your afternoon classes at 1:45 p.m., right? Thank you so much. Sir? Dhanavadi ma'am, is there any announcement, Dhanavadi ma'am, or shall we wind up?
No need the
Okay. Shall we wind up, ma'am?
Okay, ma'am.
Rasu sir illa kaanu adan keten. Okay, right sir. Thank you sir, Rajdev sir.
Left ஆயிட்டாங்க.
இல்ல இருக்கேன்.
சரி sir.
ரைட் ரைட். இதுல லேப்டாப்ல கொஞ்சம் முடிஞ்சு போச்சு, அதுக்கப்புறம் திருப்பி வேற ஒரு இதுல வந்து. ஓகேம்மா,
ஓகே ஓகே
லீவ்
ஓகே சார்
ஆயிடலாமா?
ஓகே தேங்க்யூ
So
ஓகே சார்
students,
தேங்க்யூ சார்
students, Naliki at 10:30 p.m. right? So 10:30 a.m. So tomorrow 10:30. Okay? Right. Thank you.
தேங்க்யூ தேங்க்யூ.
Thank you, Dr. Sir. Thank you very much to all. Sir.
தேங்க்யூ மேடம்
Thank you, Ajay sir. Thank you, Dhanavadi ma'am. Thank you, Davashiba.
madam.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, friends. We had a nice